She spent her career documenting the human suffering caused by war and the plight of those displaced by conflict. Now the British photojournalist Alixandra Fazzina's astonishing work has been recognised by the United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR. She's won this year's Nansen Refugee Award, and she was chosen for her tireless dedication to uncovering and portraying the overlooked human consequences of war. You can see some of the pictures here. Well, I'm delighted to say that Alexandra joins me now in the studio. Let's have a look in some detail at these pictures, Alexandra. Let's have a look at that first one. I think we can just see it now. Let's have a look. Tell us about what it shows.
The picture here on the screen at the moment is from Pakistan. I'm based in Pakistan at the moment and have been for the last 2 years. One of the main themes of my work is the displacement caused by the conflict and the war on terror. The number of people displaced there is actually the highest number of people who've had to flee from their homes due to conflict since the Rwandan genocide. Most of it's gone very underreported. Really, I've spent the last 2 years continuing to follow these people and look at the themes of displacement and human rights abuses there.
It's a difficult area, isn't it? Because people are so used now to seeing pictures of refugees over the past few decades that they're almost immune to what they see.
I think so. I think people become we read about that there's 2 million people displaced, and I think what we forget is that that's 2 million people who've had to leave their homes, which is one of the most dramatic things that can ever happen in your life, and 2 million people that have stories to tell. And it's very easy just to put figures on these things and to overlook actually what the tragedy is, which is really often away from the front line. The blast effect of war is often that the ripple is refugees and displacement.
Absolutely.
And a lot of media coverage does focus, especially these days, in a very embedded way, and look at the front line and almost neglect what are the human consequences.
Let's have a look at another of the pictures there. Tell us about this one.
This is Afghan refugees in Lahore in Pakistan as well. Again, there's a huge, prolonged, protracted refugee crisis in Pakistan. 3 generations of Afghanis have been born there. Many of them can't go home. They have no homes to go back to. And again, this is a subject that's very overlooked.
And you spent a lot of time in Somalia. I think you can just see one of the pictures from there. Tell us about this.
Well, I worked for 2 years in Somalia on a book called Million Shillings, Escape from Somalia, which follows people trafficking and smuggling routes from the Horn of Africa, from conflicts in Somalia and Ethiopia, up into the Arabian Peninsula in Yemen. And this picture here was a group of 135 migrants and refugees who really have lost their homes, they've lost everything. They pay 1 million shillings each to travel with these people traffickers. And of this group in the picture, only 11 people actually survived the journey.
And I mean, you say very matter-of-factly, I've been working in Somalia. Of course, it is a very dangerous place to work.
No, it is. It is very difficult, and I think what advantage I have over a lot of media that have such urgent deadlines is I have the luxury of time, and I managed to kind of get myself accepted by communities, work with tribal elders, and then somehow kind of ensure a little bit more safety for myself.
Alexandra, thank you very much. Absolutely fascinating. Thank you very much for coming in. And Alexandra will receive that Nansen Refugee Award at a ceremony which is going to take place on the 5th of October in Geneva. And that's just about it from GMT. Coming up next is your chance to catch up on all the entertainment news. That's in E24. But for now, from me, Jonathan Charles, and the rest of the team,